Hey everybody, it's Anita with Better Love Movement. So I wanted to do another girlfriends chat with you. I want to do these a little more often, but I'm really busy right now finishing up my first book and getting it to the editor and getting it out to you, hopefully by the end of this month. That is my hope. But it is called Choose Well, a simple formula for determining the best man for you. This book is all about every single piece of advice, every single lesson I learned in my 53 years of living. This lesson is for us ladies because here is what I have discovered. There is a very simple formula for having a healthy, happy relationship or marriage. And it is basically, number one, you're going to choose well. You're going to choose the best fit partner for you. And number two, you're going to do well. You're going to do everything that you need to do well in the relationship or in the marriage. You're going to learn all of the skills and the tools needed to be a really good romantic partner and to have a happy, healthy marriage or relationship. So choose well, do well. Simple formula, right? I am writing a book on each one of those. So the first book is called Choose Well. And it is going to give you a way to create a personalized blueprint about how to find this best fit person for you. How do you determine who is the best fit person for you? It's going to be different for all of us because all ladies, we want something different. We want, different types of men. We have different standards and different requirements. We have different hardline standards. So this blueprint will be different for each and every single lady, but I'm going to give you some guidance on how to create it. So that's really what this book is all about. I'm super excited about it. And as I've said many times, I wish it was something that I got in my 20s. And so not only received in my 20s, but something that I was smart enough to apply in my 20s. I'd be much further along if I had gotten a resource like this. But I'm super excited about that. That's going to be coming out later in the month. And so today's girl chat is all about the idea of downgrading yourself. The idea of you were once in a relationship with a man. Maybe you were once married to a man. You were once engaged to a man. You were once in love with a man, right? And you thought this was your person. You thought this was your ideal partner. You thought this relationship was either going to turn into an engagement or a marriage, or you thought this marriage was going to be your one and only marriage. You were going to ride off into the sunset together, maybe have a family together and start a business together or travel together or whatever it is you thought you were going to do together. And then something happens, right? Something happens, whether it's on his part, on your part, or the two of you together, because there's always two people in a relationship, but something happens and it doesn't work out. That relationship ends, that marriage ends. And what I see a lot of ladies talking about or asking me about in my DMs, sending me emails or in the comments of my posts is they say, why can't I be friends with my ex? Or my ex wants to be friends with me, right? I hear this time and time again. And so my ex wants to still be friends. He still wants to call and check on me. He still wants us to, every now and again get together or just catch up and see how we're doing. And the thing I have to say about that is this. So if you were in a relationship with this man, and let's say you were boyfriend and girlfriend, and you thought this was your person, like you were ready to give this man the ultimate title in your life, or you were married to him and you did give him the ultimate title in your life. He was your husband and you were his wife. Why would you then want to downgrade yourself? Why would you downgrade yourself from wife to friend? Like that's a big drop. So that's not like wife to fiance to friend to, no, that's like from here all the way down here. You can't even see my hand because it's off camera. Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you agree to that? Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I know why a lot of you would agree to it because, one, there's a part of you that secretly thinks that by downgrading yourself to friend, by downgrading yourself to acquaintance, that somehow, especially if you still love this man, if you still want to be with this man, you think there's a chance. There's a chance that you all could get back together. There's a chance that you all could be with each other again. And the truth of the matter is, that's definitely not going to help your situation. That's most definitely not. That is not the way to go about it, even if that's something you're thinking about. It's just not. I always tell my ladies that I coach that are in my program that there is nothing. There is absolutely nothing. If a relationship does not work out, if you all break up, if you go on a break, if you divorce, if you separate, you go into a firm no contact. You go from being everything to a man to being nothing to a man. That is your actual strongest chance of getting back together. And I know it seems counterintuitive, right? A lot of people will tell you, well, you need to still be in close proximity. You need to still be talking to each other or seeing each other or texting each other. That's not how the male brain works. Because if anything, what you're doing is you're setting up this, almost like this idea of emotional support, emotional comfort. It's like he really is getting what he needs in that moment from you, right? If he doesn't want the relationship that you all had, if he doesn't want to become your husband, if he doesn't want to become engaged to you, if he doesn't want to get married, okay, I want you to accept his no, but then I want you to leave him clean alone. Like he doesn't get anything else. So when a man is dating me, one, I make my intention clear from the beginning. I really see myself becoming a wife again one day. I really loved being married. And that's the reason why I am dating or getting to know men. That's the reason why I'm allowing men to court me, is to be married. I don't see dating as a sport. I don't see it as something that I'm doing just because or just for fun. If I engage with a man, it's with the intention of, well, this man could be my next husband. He could be my lifelong partner, and that would be amazing. But outside of that, I don't need more friends. I don't need, random people calling me every 2 to 3 months to check up on me. I'm grown, I'm an adult. I know how to take care of myself and handle my business. I have close friends that may do that. I have close family members that may do that. I don't need random men that I've dated doing that. So, it's a downgrade. And if anything, it is not going to get you what you want. It's getting him what he wants. It's giving him the emotional support. It's giving him the, I'm not a bad guy. A lot of men suffer from this. Well, I have to reach out or see how she's doing or check on her, because if I don't, I feel like a jerk. I feel like a horrible guy, right? And so this is all but validating that they're not that bad. Yeah, I broke up with you. Yeah, I cheated on you. Yeah, I lied to you. Yeah, I did things that caused you to break up on me. I did all these things. But you know what? At the end of the day, I'm not a bad guy. I'm really not. I'm going to call and check up on you. I'm going to text you once a week. I'm going to look at your stories. I'm going to check out I'm going to comment on your social media. Ladies, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. But I know why a lot of you do it, because of the number one reason, which is I secretly want to, or maybe not so secretly, I want to still be with this man. I want this relationship to work out. I want him to change or grow or morph into the man that could really make me happy. When the truth is, this is the man you got right here. The guy who broke up with you, the guy who cheated on you, or the guy who didn't want a firmer commitment, didn't want to get married, wanted to string you along for years and years and years, and didn't want anything real, this is the guy you have right now. And if nothing about him changed, why would you continue this cycle? Why would you continue to do this dance that you all are doing? For what? It is wasting time. It's also keeping you from the really great guy out there that does want to be everything you want and need and desire. So release that energy around this guy and let him go. Leave him clean alone, right? Let him really think about what he lost. Let him really think about what he did. Let it really sink in that he's not as good of a guy as he thinks he is. Let that sink in deep into his soul. And then maybe I always tell women the way to contribute to a man's change is to leave him alone. Leave him clean alone, and maybe those changes will happen. Maybe he'll have those epiphanies. Maybe he will see, oh my gosh, I really lost something really amazing being foolish or doing dumb things, or, I need to get myself and my life together. I need to make some changes. And maybe, you all could reconnect and move forward. Anything is possible. So I'm not going to sit here and say, every ex is an ex that you shouldn't have anything to do with ever again. I have some hardline rules around that about exes that you should not engage with. That's for another video. But let's just say, he's not a bad guy, that you all are going in different directions, or he's afraid of commitment, or whatever the case may be, right? Okay, but we need him to realize that all on his own. He doesn't need you to remain a friend. He doesn't need you to, stay around. He doesn't need you to call or text or check up on him, and you don't let him check up on you. I have exes right now that regularly reach out, and I ignore them. I completely ignore them. Because why? Like, what is there to say? I'm not going to give you any emotional support because you're not my man, you're not my husband, you're not my friend. Like, why would I offer any emotional support to someone who didn't want the highest title that I could give a man? No, we're something or we're nothing. So that's what I want your attitude to be, ladies. I want you to stop this idea of, I could be cool with my ex. Like, no, they weren't a good friend in the relationship, especially if they did something to hurt you, if they did something horrible. We're not friends. You're not a good friend. And I want you to leave them clean alone, even if it's your intention to one day get back with this man, or for him to one day change. The strongest way to contribute to that is to leave him alone, all the way alone. If you have an ex that you all have children together, yes, that is a special situation. You will have to communicate for the children, but you are going to keep it short, keep it sweet. You're not going to entertain anything outside of the children and the financial responsibility of the children and anything related to the children. Outside of that, you have nothing to say. Like, there is nothing to talk about. And that's the way I want you to keep it. I have an ex-husband. We have 3 children together. We are 18 years we've been divorced. This summer will be 18 years. And outside of the children, I have entertained no conversations, no good mornings, no happy birthdays, no nothing. Like, no thank you. I have lots of people to wish me happy birthday or Merry Christmas or buy me birthday gifts or Christmas gifts or Mother's Day. I have lots of friends that can do that. If you wanted that privilege, you would have done whatever was necessary to keep us in each other's lives as husband and wife. And since that didn't happen, okay, now I become nothing. I become less than nothing. I become less than a stranger on the street. But that's the choice that was made. So I want you to let a man feel that choice. He has to feel the consequences of the choices that he's made. That's the way to get to contribute to a man changing. But if you don't, if you continue to engage with him, continue to talk, continue to be friendly, continue to meet up, to have drinks, to have dinner, he never comes to that realization. He never realizes, wow, what I did was horrible. Like, she won't even answer my call. She won't even respond to my text. She is done with me. He has to come to that realization. And the fastest way to do it is to not engage him. Like, he has to hear nothing for that to really get into his head that, wow, there's something I did here. Like, this is really serious. Yeah, there is. There is something that happened between us, or that you did, that caused this. And that is how you get a man to wake up. That is how you get a man to go into that shell of himself and say, man, I've got to make some changes. I've got to do something different, because what I'm doing, this person who's pretty darn great won't have anything to do with me. That must say something about me. So that's what I want you to give a man. Give him the gift of your absence. Give him the gift of your absence at Christmas, on New Year's, your birthday, Mother's Day, Father's Day, and any other day. Give him the gift of your absence. You don't need to be downgraded. You are a goddess. You are a queen on a pedestal. And when you allow a man to downgrade you from being a wife or a fiance or a girlfriend that he's exclusive and committed with to now being a friend, to now being an acquaintance, no, you're better than that. You're better than that. So give him the gift of your absence, leave him clean alone. And this video is for another day, but there are some instances in which I would say, yes, it might be possible for you and your ex to be back together. But if he, hurt you deeply, if he has done some, very disturbing things like cheating multiple times, cheating with your best friend, sleeping with your sister. I mean, these are horrible offenses that I would never speak to that person again. No, like why? Why would you think, even if that person changed, healed, grew, I still could never trust that person again. I could never be with that person again. If he caused serious hurt or pain, if he stole money from me, if he did something to my children, if he kicked my dog, if he slapped my mother. I mean, there's lots of reasons why, regardless of if he went out there and found Jesus, I can't be with him again. Ladies, you have to have standards for yourself. There have to be hardline things or lines that when a man crosses, he can't come back from. He must move forward, right? So yeah, there are lots of reasons why I would tell you, don't entertain him again ever. Like learn from that, grow, and move forward. And if he calls himself changing, if he gives his life to the Lord and he's a whole new person, I would say, well, bless you, brother. Go out there and live your life. Be happy. You can't do it with me. We're not doing that, but I wish you the best, right? But don't allow a man to downgrade you. Don't do that to yourself. And you're doing it to yourself. If you allow an ex, someone who hurt you, someone who did something to you, or just was complacent, just wasn't stepping up, wasn't choosing you, right? Why continue to be a friend to him? Why continue to engage him in any way, shape, or form? I let exes go. I accept their no if that's what they're telling me in any way, shape, or form. I let them go. I leave them alone. I am to the place where I don't necessarily need to block a man because I can look at his text, I can see his call, and I ignore it. But if you're not there yet, and I know a lot of women are going to struggle with this, then I do want you to block him. I want you to block his telephone number so that you can't see the calls or the texts. I want you to block him from your social media, and I want you to unfollow him on his social media. Like leave him clean alone, okay? Find a way to flag his email address. There's even a way to block his email address. You can block his email and let your friends and family know, if this person comes to you about me, please don't come to me. Please don't, relay any messages. Don't talk to me about this person. Like, let them know. Let your friends and family know. If they're your real friends and family, they're going to respect your wishes. And they're going to tell him, like, no, don't come to me about her. Don't talk to me about her. You just, she's made her decision. You've made your decision with whatever you did. And now, I don't want to be in the middle of this. I don't want to be a part of this. So don't downgrade yourselves, ladies. You're better than that. I hope this video was helpful, and be on the lookout for the book that's coming out later this month. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you are watching this on YouTube, please do me the biggest favor ever and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get my subscribers up. All of this helps me to make more content for you all. Please like this video. If you thought it was helpful, please share this video and hit the bell icon if you are subscribed so you can get notified every time I upload a new video or the podcast to YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, stay open to love.